Hi everyone, it's the Hiking Hippie, and I did just want to do a small video of my garden. Oh no, this is a bleeding heart plant I got for this Mother's Day, and unfortunately, the one little bloom I had seems to have fallen off, but it is looking extremely healthy and it has a bunch of new growth since I've gotten it for Mother's Day, so that's doing great. I always get a pot, kind of like that one. I actually got that one a few years ago. I get a pot every Mother's Day full of flowers. This year it was in a temporary pot because they were nursing that clone for me for a while. So that is the bleeding heart. And then we've got this little box with my strawberries in the middle and my marigolds on each side. And I actually did that because marigolds kind of turn away the deer. Deer don't really like them that much. So I did it kind of thinking that it would protect my plants being the first year in this house. I don't know how many deer come around and if they're a huge problem or not. This is my first year growing lettuce. And I'm not doing very good. As you can see now, I have way too many heads of lettuce in here. This is iceberg. And I have 3 heads I'm willing to give away. If any of you guys are local or close, let me know. Contact me. I'll bring your container and I will give you 3 of those heads of lettuce. I need to stop suffocating them all. And then in this one, same thing, marigolds. And then this is carrots. We've got that. And I just kind of stick it in there. But if you look closely, in most of my gardens, you'll find little tiny things, rocks that I've painted, or little fairy garden things. There were seashells in here. Oh, my fairy seems to have fallen over. Normally she stands up right on the corner, and I usually paint her every year. But so those are those 3. And I have that little house that my roommate got for me. And then we've got this little tiny pot of oregano that my roommate started. We actually got it, me and my wife got it for him as a gift for being the best man and so great in our wedding. Oh, and as you walk up my stairs, I have painted rocks, say different things. I also have, and this one's kind of segregated and by itself, it's a rose bush that my son's father gave to me the last time I was over there for dinner, and we try to do that as frequent as possible to maintain JD's family dynamic, because we like to make sure we're a team. But he gave it to me mainly because it has a lot of spots and issues right now, which is why it's by itself. I'm down here, not near any of my other plants. So I'm going to try to nurse it back. And he has so many plants, it's hard for him to keep them as separate. So this disease or whatever's going on with this one kept jumping to his other roses, and they're very prized possessions to him. He loves his babies. Another thing I love about my garden and property is I have these little fairy doors and things just everywhere. But and then on this corner of my home, and if you look in the videos prior, there were carrots on each side of the chives, which are still very new. And again, more fairy stuff. But the carrots, me and my roommate, my wife, took out last week and ate. They were all very good and yummy. And I would like you guys all, I don't know if you'll be able to see her. Oh, yes, you can see her. To meet JoJo. This is my roommate's dog, family dog. And her name is JoJo, and she's amazing. She's deaf, so she knows sign language. I don't know if she'll Oh, see, I did the sign to get down. She's such a good girl. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to kind of show you my little property. We also have that bird feeder out there, which if you remember in one of my other garden videos, we put some carrots down. I did go back and check a couple days later, and the carrots were not there, so we missed it, but they obviously got eaten. All right, guys. Well, that's my garden. I hope you all have a great evening. I'm very tired. I worked a long day. I'm going to bed. Have a good night.